I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Can you believe
well, look, let me save you, Royce Keith, because I'm not joking. I'm almost in tears at some of these comments that are coming in. Let me read a few of the. Honestly, I'm losing my composure as well. Let me read through a few of them. This one, Bartholomew says, I'm 53, grew up watching Scotland, Argentina, Spain, Mexico, Italy, and France. To watch the pure emotion on my son's face when KT scored was priceless. Thanks, Stevie and the boys. Weary says, players stood up and battled throughout and clearly gave everything, so deserve all the plaudits. Charmaine points out, how's Casper going to feel about Tierney's goal when they meet up for training, which is a good point. Scottish Flag says, Scotsman from Austin, Texas. I'm in shock. Almost 3 decades since France. I'm so proud of the team and staff. You've given such a gift, and thank you, Steve Clark. Give him a knighthood. John and Christopher. Christopher says, best Scotland match ever. John echoes that. Ewan says, don't know if I can do Scotland anymore. Through every emotion there. Left or right. Go on your cell, boys. James says, been watching the game from my office in the States. Must have done some power of shouting because people kept knocking my door to ask if I was being murdered. And goodbye, BBC.
Just emotionally.
Exactly. Says, first time I think we'll ever do damage at the World Cup. And let's just calm down for a minute here. And Jope wants Brazil in the World Cup. Again, let's just calm down.
No, I'm tired of playing. I'm really tired of playing Brazil at the World Cup.
We'll skip Brazil.
It's so 1982.
And just finally, Andrew Robertson, although I don't think that one, unless he's on his phone in the locker, says, name a better goal at Hampden. McTominay was better than the Zidane volley. Look, I'm
not. Of course, I'm not going to disagree with that. I was going to say that. I was at Hampden for the Zidane volley, and it was one of those moments that almost happened in slow motion, but so did that. And credit, and I feel really sorry for Ben Doak. I'm sure that the result tonight will take some of the pain away. He's looking as if that might be surgery required on his hamstring. That's just an early indicator of the fact that he had to come off on a stretcher would suggest it's a serious one. But he's got time now. And you know, there's another thing. Had we had to go into the playoffs, would Ben Doak be ready to play by that point? Who knows? But he's got a fighting chance to be ready now for the World Cup. His performance in that first 18 minutes can't be overlooked. I thought that he carried the fight. He was taking the momentum and bringing Scotland with him. A young kid like that. And then at the first goal, his contribution to that, when he could have gone to the byline, but he just jinked inside and he picked out the cross. And then as it hung in the air, McTominay is readjusting his feet and getting ready. And I'll never, ever, ever tire of watching that. My voice is completely gone.
I know. I can see that. Mine was going, but I think yours is definitely on its way. Well, look, like Keith, you mentioned there, but I mean, I know we're getting a wee bit lost and a bit, you know, emotional and what have you. Rightly so. But on the game itself, right, very quickly,
yeah,
a couple of big talking points, obviously. The first one you mentioned, Andy Robertson with a penalty. You didn't. You thought it was maybe just outside.
Listen, I was hoping. I was hoping. I have to tell you, at full speed, I thought, I can't believe the referee's not given it. I was thrilled that he hadn't given it. That referee, by the way, he refereed a World Cup final. How did that happen?
He's a Polish ref.
I thought he was utterly shambolic from start to finish. So I was delighted, and I thought that's perfectly in keeping with this guy's performance that he hasn't spotted that. I thought it was a foul, and my first thought was that's going to go to VAR. When I saw the slow motion replays, there was some angles that I'm thinking the contact's minimally outside, and there was another couple of angles where I thought it's probably on the line or inside. So you just, and then of course when he goes to the screen, you think, we're done. Yeah. And what a horrible way for it to come to an end. Andy Robertson, this guy that's given us so much, has given, you know, he's run so many hard yards for this country and given so much to that team. He's been a brilliant captain. If it had all ended with Andy Robertson giving away a penalty, that would have been just too sore. So again, you've got to give them so much credit for the resolve. They had to dig into reservoirs there that they probably didn't even know existed within themselves to come up with what they come up with. And even after getting 2-1 up, to be slapped back down and still come back, and not just come back, but come back with two, you know, astonishing moments. And the Kenny McLean one, I'm still laughing at because he didn't want to take that shot on. He could see it was on. And
Aye.
he
Yeah.
checked out of it. And then he thought, there's nothing else on. I might as well give it a go. Oh my God. You will never tire. We will never tire. This is something that people will be watching in 30 years from now.
Oh, definitely.
Be watching it the same way as I grew up. You know, I was watching Archie Gemmill score that goal. I'd have been 5-year-old. I think in a bar in Javier in Spain with my parents, and I had my Scotland strip on, standing up. There was one of these wee black and white tellies in the corner of some crowded bar. Astonishing. That lived with me forever. And we've never, as a nation, people have grown up watching that, thinking it was something from, like, you know, some urban legend or some myth. It happened. It was incredible. And guys, you're going to have to get your heads around that just happened tonight. What we just saw tonight actually happened. You're not dreaming. It might feel like it, but, you know, that was real. And we'll be reliving it for years and years from now.
Yeah, and like you, I was 9 when John Collins scored that penalty against Brazil in the World Cup in 1998. You know, obviously wasn't old enough, but if you told me then, it'd be almost 3 decades before we got to another World Cup.
Well, I was sitting with Stade de France. How do you think that felt?
But it's just an outpouring. Like, I am the generation, I feel like, that's missed these World Cups and hasn't seen Scotland get to tournaments. And
no, but you did get to see one. I mean, there are generally kids out there just now.
I haven't seen any.
They think the World Cup's not for Scotland. They think it's for Argentina and Italy and Brazil, and we've got no place there. And again, I have to say it. We owe, and there's a lot of people out there that won't want to say it and won't want to appreciate it. But it's about time that people give Steve Clarke his due. Yes, he's been fortunate in that this is our golden generation, no doubt about it.